Hello, my name is David Johns, and in this tutorial I'll be teaching you how to texture and render and light a wine glass, specifically the wine glass that we modeled in the last tutorial video. So I actually accidentally deleted that Maya file, forgetting what it was, and so I just quickly remodeled the wine glass. So if yours looks a little different, it won't matter here. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to take this and we're going to draw a plane. A polygon plane. We're going to take two of the edges opposite from us and we're going to extrude them up. Just far enough that it blocks the entire perspective view. Now we're going to take three of the edges that border the 90-degree angles, and we're going to bevel them. I'm going to lower the fraction to about 0.1, and we're going to increase the segments to 5. Now we're going to assign this new material. You do this by right-clicking on your object and going down to Assign New Material, and for this one we're going to choose a Fong material. It's kind of like a glossy, plasticky sort of thing. We're going to increase its color, or the brightness. We're going to leave all the other settings for that material the same. Now we're going to go to our wine glass, and we're going to assign new material. And we're going to go down to our Arnold option, because we're using a renderer called Arnold. We're going to go down to the shader option, and we're going to pick the AI standard. Now, we could spend a while editing all the attributes here and getting it to the point where it looks like glass. But the people who created Arnold already did that for us. They made a series of presets and glass is among them. So instead of going through all that, as a beginner tutorial, we're just going to go to glass and we're going to click replace. And you're probably thinking, well, that doesn't look like glass. Well, it will once it's rendered. Now, next, we need to light our scene. You know that our scene won't look like anything because when you press 7, which is the display with the shown lighting, you can see that we have no lights, so our scene will basically be pitch black. But we can add them. Let's go to Arnold. We're going to go down to lights. Oh, and sorry, before you go down to that, you want to go from your modeling tab, which you're probably going to start out with, and go down to your rendering tab. And so Arnold will be the second to last tab up there. So we're going to go to Arnold, Lights, and then a Sky Dome light. And now you can see it's all lit up. Now what we're going to do is we're going to click this little icon here that says IPR. And the IPR is the Interactive Photorealistic Renderer, or the Arnold renderer. Basically what it does is it kind of renders your scene as you move around in it. And I'll show you what that means, basically. Sorry. This is a bit too big. It's running a little slowly right now because it's constantly rendering our scene. Like every single time we change our view or any of the attributes of anything here, it changes it. And so it's constantly rendering and recalculating. And so that's going to slow our program down a little bit. But right here, you can basically see what our scene will look like. You can see that with the material we're using, this will look like glass. And so all we need to do here is we can close this window out, and we can just click render the current frame, which is the kind of empty icon there. And once we click that, it'll render it, and it's going to take a little while, so I'm just going to kind of stop it right here. But basically in the end, it's going to look something like this. that was the final render from what I originally did. So once you press render, uh, that's what it's going to look like once it's finished rendering. So yeah, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed the tutorial. And please like and subscribe.